Hello there, welcome back to Vlogging with Mark. Today is Maundy Thursday, not to be confused with Monday Thursday. There's often some confusion on what in the world does Maundy Thursday mean. Well, this Thursday is like any other ordinary Thursday, except for the fact that Christians around the globe on Maundy Thursday spend some time focusing on the evening where Jesus gathered with his disciples and shared a meal with them. And this is the Lord's Supper or the communion meal. The word Maundy Thursday is self-explanatory, but Maundy is a word that is derived from a Latin word which means to instruct or to command. The folks who first brought Maundy Thursday into the Christian calendar, into the celebration of different Christian events throughout the year, named this time Maundy Thursday, because they wanted us to think back to a command that Jesus gave his disciples while in the moment of the meal. And it comes from John chapter 13 in verse 34. Jesus says to the disciples, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another." A new command I give you, that may sound confusing to you if you realize that throughout Scripture, including the Old Testament, we see commands to love God and to love others. So it seems that there's nothing new here. But there's a lot new here actually, because he says, "As I have loved you, you are to love one another." One of the things that people focus on Maundy Thursday quite often is an act that Jesus did for his disciples that only John records. The other disciples don't emphasize it as much. John does. And in John, just prior to this statement in John chapter 13, you find Jesus taking on the role of a servant and washing the feet of his disciples. He is showing them servanthood. He's showing them that he, even though he's King of Kings and Lord of Lords, even though he is the master, he's the one who's actually doing the servant's work. He's the one that is getting his hands dirty, literally, on the feet of his disciples. He also is going to lead them in a supper where he takes the Passover and transforms it into what we now know as the Lord's Supper, where he talks about his body being torn and his blood being spilt. And this is, again, obviously the ultimate example of self-sacrifice. So he has washed feet, he has talked about his body being pierced and torn, and his blood being spilled. Then he says, "A new command I give you, love one another. As I have loved you, love one another." And so Maundy Thursday, what we do is we spend time reflecting upon the commandment of God to love others, and therefore we focus on how he loved others. And the way he loved others is sacrificially, from the role of a servant. One of the things that the gospel makes so clear to us is that Jesus, again, even though he is King of Kings and Lord of Lords and is master of all things, that he chose to humble himself and take on the very life of a servant, as Paul so wonderfully says in Philippians chapter 2. Now, on this Maundy Thursday, we're going to have a time at Rabbit Creek Church at 6:30 p.m. where we gather together on the Hillside campus, 3401 Rabbit Creek Road, where we will gather around tables and family groups or life groups with a handful of friends and gather around tables and partake of different elements from the Passover meal and focus on this wonderful Maundy Thursday, that original time where Jesus gave those commands. Now, this is a wonderful opportunity for you to come if you've signed up or if you'd like to sign up. However, if you can't make it or if you're a long way away, a great way that you can participate in this is by watching online. You're watching this online, so you know how to do this already. Go to Facebook, and we are going to be able to make sure that you are able to participate in this by being a part of this Maundy Thursday celebration. So go to Facebook, watch on live, 6:30, and we will be able to share this with you then. But as we close this out, I want to again just remind you of that word Maundy. That Maundy means command. So listen to the Lord's command. And as a part of your everyday, ordinary lives, go out and love others as Jesus has loved you. Thanks again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time. And again, don't forget to tune in tonight if you can. God bless.